Okay, so a bunch of things. I got a Garmin here, and gonna do e-bike, and we're started. I'm using a chest mount today. I don't know if I'm gonna like that at all, but the reason why I'm using a chest mount Insta360 camera is I'm actually wearing my bicycle helmet instead of my motorcycle helmet. It's quite a bit lighter and it has a much better peripheral. I can actually see out the sides. And my Bluetooth sunglasses, Bose, works on that. Anyway, I'm not doing a spec review. You guys can look up the specs, but I'm riding my Canon Torque on. It's got a built-in water bottle. Yes, I filled it up. It's cool out here. It's like 65 degrees, 66 degrees. And it's got a 900 watt battery, 180 suspension fork in the front, and a 175 in the back. I think this bike is more specific to downhill riding. It was on sale, and I'm like, okay. I did change the seat. This seat's way more comfortable. Got a dropper post, but it's cool. We're doing a real short ride, yes, towards El Dorado, but it's just a real short ride. I got things to do with my granddaughter, so one button is down here. Not really doing a range test, but see how we do on time. Okay, doggies, protect. But, you know, I finally opted in. I went for a ride. You saw the videos on the Flume Trail. I used to ride that all the time before they had electric mountain bikes. These things are so plush. Raise my seat up. Yeah, nice. Eco mode. Suspension, real suspension, Fox shocks. Real suspension, so finally opted in for an actual e-mountain bike, class 1, but you know, should have better range than my China bike. Has way better pedal assist than the China bike. So we're just gonna play a little bit with that, but this ride, you know, it'll be about hour and a half long, and then I gotta get to Cartoon City. I haven't really taken it on a ride, just some real short ones, adjusting my seat post, handlebars. Handlebars are wide. You know, it's this is considered a downhill bike, hence the 180 travel suspension over 170, I think. The handlebars are pretty wide. I don't mind that, but even on the flume trail, when I was riding my friend's mountain bike, I tagged a rock with the handlebar and knocked me sideways. Maybe just not paying attention, you know, kind of looking out towards the lake, but there's some spots, right, where you can catch them on trees or... But anyway, just gonna kind of talk about this bike, and you know, really, I can tell you, it's my third time on a knee mountain bike, and only my second time actually riding it somewhere. I mean, the flume trail ride was a pretty darn good ride, right? So it was a 23-mile ride. Pretty steep uphills, a lot of switchbacks with rocks. You know, rocks that you actually had to... I got some fenders coming, by the way. You can see those little rocks flying up in your face, little pebbles. I've got fenders coming. Not big fenders. I probably should have got bigger ones, but I got little fenders just to kind of deflect those rocks a little bit. I'm in eco mode right now, which means you barely got any pedal assist, but you have some. I mean, the e-bikes that we rode on the flume trail, my friend Aaron's bike, pretty pricey bike. I mean, yeah, I guess if I had money, I'd buy that kind of a bike, but I think it has Bluetooth connected shifting and everything. Pretty cool. But his battery life, I think he had a 650 battery. His other bike he'd let me ride at a 750 battery. So for 23 miles, I'm gonna go to eco trail mode. Which of course boosts pretty good. Trail mode's pretty good. So, but anyway, after 23 miles, his battery was flashing red. I was riding his other bike that had 750 battery, and it still had 2 bars left, and we were both riding on boost. I don't know if we needed to be riding on boost, but he just said, hey, Just put it on boost. I just boost the whole thing, so I went ahead and did what he said, so. But this has a 900 watt battery, so it should actually go pretty far, actually. So his Da Vinci had, after 23 miles, it had 2 battery bars left on a 750 battery. And this is a 900, so, you know, maybe you can expect 30-something, 40 miles if you're not boosting the whole way. Come on, dude. You get one car driving the speed limit. See? Maybe under the speed limit. All the other cars are driving 50, 60 miles an hour in the 35. So when you want to cross the road, it's like got those people ripping down the highway, and then you got one car lagging along. Yeah, eco mode's just kind of, I think the way it feels is kind of like you want to get maximum battery life, minimal pedal assist, so you're still getting a really good workout, but you can go the distance. You know, trail mode is really good. We'll just see. Well, I'm not really going into El Dorado. I don't think. Maybe across the first rock patch. I know reading the reviews on this bike, and they don't have a lot of reviews. I think they say the crank and bottom of the bike is lower than regular e-bikes with a 750 watt battery, so it's longer battery, lower, so susceptible to rock and root strikes. It's got a bash plate on it. You know, I'm not a hardcore mountain biker. I was considered when I was in my 20s, 30s, I was considered hardcore just because of the distance and the rides I do, but now, you know, everybody's gone crazy. I don't do that crazy crap. I want to have fun. I don't want to die or break bones or I bought 2 of those China bikes at approximately $2,700 spent, so that would have been half of this bike. But you know, I still like my China bike. It's got dual motors, throttle assist, and hoofing it down the road. I mean, this is a good speed, right? 17, 18. Class 1 bikes go 20 miles an hour, but in 12th gear or top gear on this bike and boost mode, you know, it says I'm only going like 18 and a half, 19. They probably cut back the motor a little bit. You know, but on the China bike, you know, you can easily cruise pedal speed at 24, 25 miles an hour, no problem. See, kick it into boost. Couldn't really tell a difference there. Boost didn't like, woo, took off. But you know, real E mountain bikes have real live pedal assist. You know, the pedal assist doesn't go away when you're going up steep hills, whereas on the China e-bike, feels like the pedal assist disappears. You know, but maybe I'll consider getting a different sprocket on the back that has a lower first gear and a higher 7th gear, and then pedal assist will probably work better. The stock seat that came on this bike, you know, is kind of a downhill bike. Well, to me it wasn't really a seat, you know, it was the seat was basically a, gee, what do I want to call it? You know, it's like the base before you'd add padding, because there was zero padding, none, not a zilch. You know, so no padding. And I'm like, I gotta have some padding. You know, I'm not just up on the pedals the whole time. And so we're in trail mode. You know, I like the E China bike because it has dual motors and throttle assist. So in El Dorado Canyon, some sections where you really can't pedal, sorry, puffing and puffing. And what was I saying? Some sections where, ouch, that was a rock strike on my toes. Okay. Whew. Okay, that's just trail mode. Yep, okay, now boost is really good. Whoa, that kicks in hardcore. Holy smokes. Yeah. So I could have come up that a lot easier. Whew. Okay. Can't see my camera. Don't actually know. Could be talking in the thin air. Oh, cool. Look at all the horsies. Hey guys. Yep, I'm recording. Quite a few horsies up here. Okay. So what I like on these bikes, pedal assist takes right off, which is very helpful. The China bike's got to be going 2.5, 3 miles an hour. And the other thing is, suspension on these bikes. Of course, you don't mind suspension and brakes. You don't mind going fast downhill. You just pick your lines. Suspension works very nicely. I can hear rocks here hitting my frame. Hopefully those fenders come in handy, or I'll get a bigger set. Like I said, coming up that hill would have been way easier in boost mode. I mean, I was still, as you could hear me breathing, putting in my own effort on the pedals. But the pedal assist was helping out still enormously on trail mode. But in those lower gears, when I kicked it to boost, it's like, holy smokes. Yeah, I could have come up through there pretty effortlessly. But that's not what it's about. I like huffing and puffing. Gotta get some darn cardio in. See? Shows me my heart rate's right at 199. I think I overdressed because it's getting hotter. Hotter by the second. The other good thing, the tires are more squirrely, of course, because they're not fat tires. Let's see if I can tell the difference on boost mode. See, not so much. Didn't really notice a big change on boost when you're up in the higher gears. It's when you're down low And that boost really helps the pedaling. That, I could feel that, but you can feel it, but it's not huge unless you're in the lower hill climbing gear. Yeah, those rocks just banging off the frame. Yeah, I got shorty fenders, but I may be getting some longer fenders. Or at least putting some clear 3M tape on there to protect that. Probably gonna be all beat up when I get home. 'Cause I like rock riding. These are the kind of rocks that bounce off your frame. Not the big ones like at Tahoe that you loft your wheel over. Yeah. I know there's a lot of controversy. Canon had one bike pretty comparable to this bike, at least price wise, but it had the Bosch CX motor in it. I've watched a number of videos on the Shimano and the Bosch motor. People go back and forth like everything. You know, it says, from what I gather, the Bosch motor has more torque down low, but you got to have a little more pedal input, and then you have that added torque. So really, distance and battery power is important to me. So getting a bike with as much battery capacity that you can have is kind of a plus to me, because I want to go the distance. You know, I don't know about any e-bike parks around here. There probably is. I've never heard of any e-bike parks around here made specifically for e-bikes, but I imagine there is at Tahoe or somewhere.